At the foothills of Mount Rwenzori, 372 kilometers west of Kampala city, lies Kasese district. Statistics from the Uganda National Meteorological Authority indicate that the district has recorded the highest temperatures between August and September since the year started. In January, the average temperatures were 25.1 degrees Celsius, but in August-September, the temperatures rose to 28.6 degrees Celsius. The most affected areas are the low-lying sub-counties like Kahocha, Nyakatonzi, and Mohocha.
So the sub-counties that are mainly affected by dry spells are those sub-counties crossed by the equator at the north side towards the lakes, Lake George and Lake Edward.
In Kahocha sub-county, we found Gideon Bwambale, a farmer who was tilling the land alongside his wife as they anticipate the coming rain season.
The heat has been intense for 2 months. When it rained, we planted, but then the rain disappeared.
The scars of the previous drought are visible. Bwambale says the losses stretch to 8 planting seasons.
We planted cotton and coffee for this season, but those who planted maize and sorghum are suffering.
Along the Bweram-Pondwe Road on the descent to River Nyamugasana, Sam Nabugere, a mango farmer, is still reeling from the scorching sunshine.
I wonder why it's not raining. We planted the mangoes thinking it would rain because the weather forecast said it would rain on September 15th.
Kinyanteke sub-county borders Queen Elizabeth National Game Park, and as the drought bites, animals, especially elephants, cross into human farmlands in search of food, which leaves farmers like Nabugere counting losses.
Elephants destroy every crop apart from cotton.
It doesn't only destroy one crop.
Despite being dry, Kasese district is crisscrossed by more than 12 rivers and streams, which would leave one wondering, why not irrigation?
We have 2 big irrigation schemes. The famous one, the famous Mobuku irrigation scheme. And therefore we have a second one, which we call Mobuku 2. These cover about 4,000 acres. And they are here in town, in the Nyamwamba division of Kasese municipality. But the other area is lacking. But as a district, from 2013, we have, actually from 2011, we have been trying to, with the minimum resources and with the development partners, we've been trying to put down some mini irrigation schemes. Some areas have no water. For example, Kahocha and Lake Katwe, and some parts of Mohocha. Yes, they are not close to rivers. They don't have water. Even water for domestic use is a problem. Now, in those areas, we advise farmers to dig shallow wells.
For communities that are close to rivers like Nyamugasana, they have access to water for irrigation at no cost. However, not many can afford mechanized irrigation. Therefore, the way out is manually getting the water to their gardens.
Further inland, in the cattle corridor occupied by the Basongora community, the situation is the same. The only difference is that the government constructed valley dams from which the cows can quench their thirst.
When the government came up with this initiative, they constructed for us 3 valley tanks in our sub-county. That the one where we are standing now, that is, we are in Kakonje one. We have another one, it is in Chasenda village, and another one is in Kagongo. So when the government established these valley tanks, it minimized the rate of animal dying. So for them, these tanks, they keep water, and the one that we are using in our community.
in the cattle corridor, they rely on Kanyampara stream to get waters into their valley dams. However, during the dry season, the crop farmers use the same water from Kanyampara stream to irrigate their crops.
The Kanyampara water channel, or there are very many sub-counties that are using that stream. During the hot season, it means these people, they will irrigate their crops, they will stop the water, and for us, we suffocate. We suffocate, we don't get water.
The district leadership has a plan to solve the water politics between the Basongora pastoralists and the Bakonzo crop farmers.
One of the projects that we are doing there, we have a borehole which is solar powered, that is going to be extended to the people, and there will be 6 tap stands constructed along that line. Then 2, we are having a mega water project called the Nyamugasana Gravity Flow Scheme, which begins from Charumba. It will have 2 lines. One line going through Chondo, Chisinga Town Council, Munkunyu Sub-County, Chinyamaseke Town Council, up to Nyakatonzi.
As the effects of climate change bite, the district leadership is calling for farmers to take on agroforestry to restore the tree cover.
We have embarked on a program we are calling climate smart agriculture. So that, yes, you want to grow crops, but you put in elements of climate change and mitigation. You grow the tree, underneath you also have crops there.
Kasese district sits on the leeward side of Mount Rwenzori and is crossed by the equator, both of which dictate the weather patterns. Farmers like Wambale can only farm to their full potential if irrigation schemes like Mubuku Irrigation Scheme are extended to the dried sub-counties. Otherwise, the impact of the drought has just started. Joanne Salmon, Kasese District.